to Unit 3, Lesson 11. As usual, you're looking for the tasks for U3L11 on, you can find it under assignments on the Canvas homepage in the weekly calendar. Today's date is the 15th. We'll start off with our usual meet and share. Today's question is a little more on the silly side. What's your favorite breakfast cereal? And if you're not a big breakfast cereal person, then just think about like if a cereal party was being thrown. You're walking into a room, there's a cereal party. Which cereal would you go for? Like if they had them all out, like which one would you want to go for? If you really aren't like, I don't like cereals at all, then, you know, what's your other breakfast food? Are you like a Pop-Tart person, oatmeal person, something like that? So think about that for 20 seconds. And don't forget to say hi and check in with the person you're in a room with as well. We'll come back together in 2 minutes. Rooms are open. Go for it. How's it going, Grace? You're just frozen there. What's up, Bryce? How's it going?
Good. Things are good.
You have a good weekend?
Yeah, I did. Hung out with friends. And we made gingerbread houses, so that was cool.
Nice. Those come out well?
Yeah, I guess they came out how they normally do. So.
All right, good. I just assigned you to room 2. So the question is, what's your favorite breakfast cereal?
Gotcha. Okay.
Oops. Aaron, everybody. Next on the docket is quick check of homework. You can see it on the tasks to complete list. The main goal was to make sure that you have completed the classwork from our previous class, which was the combined gaslight puzzle and the investigating the drinking bird little kind of early activity. We're going to do more with the drinking bird today. The homework was how the drinking bird works, reading reflection and also notes. Reflection is looking great. I'm seeing 13 attempts, and each question looks like everybody got the correct answer. Putting them in order was a little bit tricky, I'm sure, but were there any questions or comments or anything you wanted to help on those assignments? Cool. All right, then next on the docket is to see what you remember about how the drinking bird functions. We'll go through a short little Kahoot there that I put together. Let's see how we do. This will be just 10 questions. All right, game code is 5749814. As usual, please use your name or something close to it so we know who everybody is. That looks like everybody. Here we go. When water is applied to the spongy head of the drinking bird, it evaporates and very good. Most of you understand evaporative cooling. So it cools the head down by removing heat. It's the same way sweat works, right? Sweat is water forming on the surface of your skin. And as it evaporates away, it goes from liquid to gas, low energy to high energy. It removes energy as heat from your skin, makes you feel cold. All right, Tristan in the lead. As evaporation cools the head, the methylene chloride vapor in the head changes to liquid through what? Vapor to liquid. Very good. That is condensation. Anytime you're going from vapor to liquid, it is the opposite of vaporization. All right, Camille in the lead now. True, false. According to Gay-Lussac's law, as temperature in the head decreases, the pressure also decreases. Very good. Again, most of you got the correct answer, which is that is true. The thing to remember, regardless of the name, I mean, don't worry so much about Gay-Lussac's or Charles or Boyle's. The important thing is that everything is directly proportional to temperature, right? So as temperature goes up, pressure goes up. As temperature goes up, volume goes up. The only things that are opposite are pressure and volume independently. All right, Noah in the lead now. Here we go. The methylene chloride in the bottom bulb is constantly evaporating in a sealed space, which creates what? Very good. Again, most of you got it is indeed high pressure. So it's a sealed container on the bottom, right? The tube is underneath the surface of the liquid. And as it evaporates, that gas is building up and it's creating high pressure. All right, Noah's still in the lead. The high pressure in the bottom bulb and the low pressure in the head bulb drives the liquid where? Very good. It is upward, as we were observing, where in the couple of videos you saw that colored liquid rise. It seems to be defying gravity, but it's really because you've got a difference in pressure. High pressure is pushing it from below. Okay, true, false. As the liquid rises up to the head bulb, the bird becomes top heavy and tips over. Good, that is true. Hoping that was kind of obvious. All right. As it tips, the bottom tube rises out of the liquid, sending vapor to the head and pushing the liquid where? Good. Most of you got that as the vapor is then allowed to rise towards the head bulb, it pushes the liquid back down. Everything's sort of resetting. All right, Noah's still in the lead. Kayla catching up. As the liquid flows back to the bottom bulb, the bird becomes bottom heavy and what? Good. Stands back up. So this is kind of all part of the reset process. All right, last two questions are going to be kind of general reflection questions. True, false. Applying ice to the bottom bulb, making it cold, makes no difference. The bird will keep drinking. Very Very good. Again, most of you got that. That is false. As you observed in our previous class, applying ice or cold to the bottom will keep the liquid in the bottom. It actually slows the evaporation so that high pressure can't build up and the liquid won't rise. It'll stay in the bottom. The bird won't drink. Okay, Noah's still in the lead. Last question here. Applying ice cold water to the head of the bird will do what? Ice cold water to the head. Very good. Again, most of you got that it will cool the head faster and make it drink faster. And there's actually two ways to look at this, because technically ice cold water would evaporate more slowly, right? Because it's already got lower energy. But it's the fact that that water is cold. It's going to bring that cold to the actual gas. It's going to cause more condensation inside the bulb, at least to start with. All right, way to go, Noah, Kayla, and Sophia, as well as Kristen and Lena. Our top 5. All right, good job, everybody. Questions or comments on that Kahoot? All right. So again, was seeing a little bit of confusion on a couple of those questions, and so I want to really try to cement your understanding of how the drinking bird works. So the best thing to do is to work through another Ed puzzle with a engineer who goes into pretty great detail and has some pretty good demonstrations about how the drinking bird works and how you can mess with its function, which is another activity we're going to do. So we are on tasks to complete step number 4, drinking bird Ed puzzle. The Ed puzzle is about 9 minutes and 11 seconds long with 7 questions. I'm going to time for 15 minutes, and I'll keep an eye on the Ed puzzle once most people are through it, and we'll come back together to review. So 15 minutes to work on the engineering of the drinking bird Ed puzzle. Let me know if you need help. There is an alternative Google form if Ed puzzle doesn't work for you. So again, he used a little spray can of compressed air to make the bulb colder. The reason that that can of compressed air that he was spraying was cold was because inside that can, there's air that's under extremely high pressure. And when he sprays it, it moves into our atmosphere, which is very low pressure. So you're going from high pressure to low pressure as gas escapes that spray can. And so Gay-Lussac's law says they're directly proportional. Therefore, temperature would also go down, right? If the pressure is dropping, the temperature will also drop. That's why that air coming from the can is cold. If you've ever used a spray can to like clean your, you know, they have like compressed air, you can use it to clean your keyboard and stuff like that. It's actually very cold. And so likewise, by making the head bulb cold, he's causing condensation. But again, by Gay-Lussac's law, we also know that if temperature of a gas drops, then the temperature will, or if temperature drops, then pressure will also drop. So it's creating low pressure inside the head bulb region. So obviously you're not using compressed air to get the drinking bird going. It cools its own little head feature using that spongy material on the outside, right? As water gets there, it's cooled by evaporative cooling. That was the correct answer there, evaporative cooling. Why does heating the bottom bulb cause the drinking bird to tilt or drink? And that's because it's building up the pressure, right? It's driving the liquid upward by creating more vapor. You can see it in the video when he was holding it with his hand. He actually even got bubbles going up, right? He created so much vapor rising from the bottom. So why does a bird like drinking whiskey? Nobody chose that birds just like drinking whiskey, but it is indeed because alcohol evaporates a lot faster. And that's something you'll be able to mess around with a little bit today in our experiment. Any questions or comments or anything you found confusing from that video? Okay, so now it's your turn to mess around with the drinking bird. We are on the tasks to complete list, the final step, step 5. The assignment is titled Drinking Bird Experiment. Let me share my screen here just for 2 seconds so it's relatively clear what you're doing. So regardless of whether you have the drinking bird toy or not, you can still complete this assignment. So if you click on that, step 5, Drinking Bird Experiment, it'll take you to a Canvas quiz that looks like this. And so if you have your drinking bird toy, you'll need to set it up with a few other things, right? You'll need a mug with some water so it can drink from it. You're going to need a device to do some timing, so use your phone or something as a timer. And then depending on what experiment you do, you might need a heat source or a source of cold water, so hand sanitizer or a fan. There's different experiments you can do. So the red text is for those of you who do not have the toy. If you do not have the toy, follow the red text. I have videos that I made at home. You can watch the videos and collect the same data. If you do have your drinking bird toy, then please follow the instructions. I think it'll be a lot more fun to actually work with your drinking bird. But essentially, here's what you're doing. You're setting up your drinking bird like normal. And you're gonna, once you've got it going, you're gonna time for 3 minutes and count how many drinks it takes in just 3 minutes under normal conditions. Then I want you to change just one thing. So you have to choose one thing you want to do. It could either be give the drinking bird ice water, ice cold water, or give the drinking bird boiling hot water, or apply hand sanitizer to the spongy head resin, or isopropyl alcohol if you have it. Heat the bulb on the bottom using a lamp or a candle or a blow dryer or a space heater, or use an electric fan or a handheld fan, like just grab a lid of Tupperware or something and fan the head to increase the evaporation. And again, you're going to time for 3 minutes under that new condition and count how many times it drinks. The whole point is to see what the difference is. So did the change you make speed it up or slow it down? You're only changing one thing. And then just reflect on that, why you think it was, and there's a little check for understanding question there as well. Again, if you don't have the drinking bird, I have videos that I made at home. You'll hear my infant daughter in the background in a few of them. I'm gonna put 15 minutes on the clock to do this, and then we'll come back together to check in. Let me know if you have questions or if you're not sure what to do. Go for it.